So I'm here on a cold November day to talk about the plant that epitomises Christmas for a lot of us, the holly bush. The traditional holly is the Ilex aquifolium, which is this dark green spiny leaf and beautiful bright red berries. It's known at Christmas time because this is the time when it looks best in the woodland, and also traditionally people have always brought it to their home for good fortune. The Victorians in particular really brought the holly to a fore and took it into their homes to deck the halls with boughs of holly. And so that's where really this association has come from. So the idea that the boughs were brought in for good luck can very quickly turn to bad luck. You can bring them in at Christmas time, but you need to take them out by the 6th of January or 12th night. Otherwise, all sorts of misfortune might befall you. But not only just get rid of it, you were always advised to burn it ceremonially or bury it in the garden. So holly holds a lot of symbolism at this time of year in particular. And when you look at these spiny leaves, it's quite easy to understand why one of the things that it's known for is protection. So it protects all sorts of things, spiritual, emotional. A lot of people plant them by their front door to protect their home and keep them safe. But in the woodland, it's natural that it provides protection for all sorts of mammals, small birds, rabbits and deer, especially at a time where all the other trees are losing their leaves and there's not as much shelter as there would have been. So you can see another reason why it's known for protection. Holly has another meaning that's associated with it, and that is foresight, partly to do with the prickles in the same way as it gives protection, but also because of the way it grows. As it grows, at the top of the tree, the leaves are blind, they don't have the prickles. So the holly has the foresight to realise that it doesn't need to protect itself when it's older. And these trees take ages to grow. This tree here is probably about 100 years old. So in folklore, if you dream of a holly bush, it means that there's a quarrel coming. So watch out for when you're dreaming. However, if you were living in olden days and you wanted to work out who your husband was going to be, one of the things that you were told to do was take 9 of those blind leaves, the ones without the prickles, and put them under your pillow. And it was said that if you slept with those under the pillow, you would dream of your husband in the future. So in Christianity, the holly has significance because these awful spiny leaves were known as Christ's crown of thorns for when he was on the cross. So a lot of people ask me when I'm making wreaths if I can make sure that there is berry on the holly. I don't always use it. I tend to use artificial berries for 2 reasons. Firstly, when you cut the holly and work with it, you'll notice that the berries aren't always growing on the leaves anyway, they grow on the stem. So when you're working with it, often they'll fall off. But more importantly, I like to leave them for the birds that have created them in the first place. So if you'd like further information about the symbolism and folklore about holly, then feel free to read my blog.